In elementary school, didn't always like language arts or social studies. The way that the humanities are taught at Archer has changed my view of them.
I think at its core, humanities challenges us to really consider who we are, our identity. Plays, novels, stories, these are renderings of life. Archer Humanities has developed in the way that we're able to bring resonance between what's happening in the classroom and what's happening outside the classroom.
I can apply everything I learn to everything I do inside and outside of school.
Developing a sense of empathy for others.
Trying to understand why things are the way they are and dig deeper to where they began.
When we think about how girls learn best, we think about relationship building and we think about relevance. That girls really learn when what they're learning is relevant to their lives. The humanities does both of that.
The teachers here are malleable enough to allow students to really follow some of their creative and imaginative and analytical pursuits.
It's like a warm environment to help you. You can take risks if you want to.
One of the things that's really important in teaching history, especially to younger students, is helping them see the ways in which the past and the present are connected.
Between what went on 100 years ago and what's going on today.
Our instruction in world languages is deeply communicative.
We spoke only Chinese in class. We weren't allowed to speak English, and that was kind of what was fun about it. We learned really quickly, and we were able to speak by the end of sophomore year. I could speak really well.
You can be wholly communicative, or you can be sort of old school rote memorization grammar, and these have sort of been in tension, and I think what we do well at Archer is that we bridge those two. The goal is to use these tools to communicate with others, to understand them better, and then to use those tools to have a larger understanding of the world, a more nuanced understanding of the world.
And kind of treating us not necessarily as peers, but treating us like our questions are valid.
The access to information is wonderful and has made students more engaged than ever, but we have such an important role in helping them interpret it.
To look at fake news, real news, and try and analyze the different sources that you get to make sure that they're credible.
Helping students formulate good questions, helping them develop a range of ways of analyzing sources, whether it's visual sources or text.
It was really interesting to hear how what actually is happening and how it's depicted may not be the same.
It's exciting for them to realize that maybe there are other approaches to these questions than the ones they've known their entire lives.
I always remember to look beyond the single story that society has painted of a certain people or person and to look at the world through a different lens.
One of the things that I really want to instill in students is a confidence with their voices.
I'm really good at asking for feedback. I used to be really hesitant with my work, but now I can go up to a teacher or my peers and ask for them to review my writing and give me feedback.
We in the humanities, I think, are called to reflect on what school is in general. Why do kids come to school? Why does school exist? In my mind, school exists to help students understand the world and to operate in the world. What's really exciting about the humanities is that takes that investigation of the world, that dissection of the world, and roots it in the human experience.
A lot of schools don't have a class like that where you really just get to come in and talk about hard-hitting issues and kind of how you fit into our world and how you fit in among other people in that world.
Everything they do, everything they take into consideration is rooted in its impact on humans, on other human beings. And that makes me more optimistic than